And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, enendungu yakusabula. Mikono juu, free of fire, free of fire, free of
fire. It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone, or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206 400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We are the DPF. We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
It's back, bigger and with more business opportunities. It's the Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo, Poate 2026, Uganda's flagship tourism event. Poate 2026 will take place from the 21st to the 23rd of May 2026 at the Speak Resort Convention Center, Munyonyo, under the theme Wanderlust. It's your time to thrive. Yes, it's your time to tap into Uganda's renewed optimism and tourism growth. Tourism.
Hello there and welcome once again. We do apologize for the slight delay there because of a technical problem. But here we are, and before we get into anything, let's have the headlines as of now.
The news headlines are brought to you by the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda. Keep your information up to date with your regulated financial institution. Customer deposits are protected up to 10 million Ugandan shillings. Terms and conditions apply.
Stories tonight. President Yoweri Museveni takes oath of office, inaugurated as President of the Republic of Uganda. 10 heads of state attend President Yoweri Museveni no sleeping and corruption inauguration. Security agencies maintain heavy deployment as Ugandans witness President Museveni swearing in. And the Patriotic League of Uganda makes a U-turn on the speakership race for the 12th Parliament.
We're brought to you by the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda. Keep your information up to date with your regulated financial institution. Customer deposits are protected up to 10 million Ugandan shillings. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello there and welcome once again. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcasting House here on Nile Avenue. My name is Rukidi Edward Kiijanangoma. Now, President Yoweri Museveni has taken oath of office and has been inaugurated for the 7th term as President of the Republic of Uganda. During the ceremony at the Kololo Independence Ceremonial Grounds in Kampala, President Museveni declared that this term of his administration will be a term for no sleep.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni arrived at Kololo Independence Ceremonial Grounds for the swearing-in ceremonies at 5 minutes to 11 a.m. Straight to the podium for anthems. After the anthems, the president proceeded to inspect the parade as the incumbent leader.
His Excellency the President and Commander-in-Chief, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Subsequently, the standard presidential flag was lowered, symbolizing the conclusion of the current presidential term.
I, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, swear in the name of the Almighty God.
At 10 minutes to midday, the president was sworn in as the new leader of the Republic of Uganda.
So help me God.
And was thereafter presented with the instruments of power, the Constitution, the coat of arms, and the national flag.
And those included the shield.
This was followed by another inspection of the parade of the sworn-in president of Uganda. After the new parade, the Uganda People's Defense Forces showcased their military artillery weapons, encompassing both the Air Force and the Land Forces Command. In his address, the president expressed his gratitude towards the heads of state present, acknowledging their solidarity and contribution to his being in power in 1980s.
So never forget Tanzania. Then we have got a very tall man. I have not met him before. Our son from Mozambique, the tall man. You stand up and they see you. He's a very tall man. He's the new president of Mozambique. Mozambique, working with Marimu, are the ones who helped us to build this force which you see here.
Museveni also congratulated Ugandans for participating in the elections and commended other political parties for the peace during the electoral process.
I also congratulate the other parties, such as the DP, the UPC, ETC, that participated in the elections without using violence, and like the party of NUP, and some few elements of FDC that were using.
Emphasis on wealth creation clearly aligns with the Kisanja no sleep. And what is next now is all of us to work towards supporting him.
This Kisanja, he has named it Kisanja no sleep. Hakuna kulala, tutabyama, abasoga mutarambara, so we have to wake up and work. The more you work, the more productive you are, and the more you draw yourself out of poverty.
He melted my heart when he made a clerical call to all Ugandans, for all Ugandans to wake up. I mean, he indicates every Ugandan should work harder this time. And he concluded by saying, this is also Kisanja of no corruption. So if we add hard work and transparency, that there is no corruption in Uganda, indeed the tenfold growth that he talks of is going to be achieved.
And we are going to improve the water projects, but most important also, we are going to work on the roads that are connecting the city, which were part of the sub-counties, expanding to the city. So the work for Mbale State is cut out.
This Kisanja is Kisanja no sleep, and it is very evident, it has come very timely when the country is pushing forward to have a tenfold economy, and they are targeting on having a 5 billion economy, and it is no doubt that he will achieve this when the MPs, when everybody in the society, in the country, work together. And indeed, we don't have to sleep. We have to work together.
Means that us, like religious people, we can mobilize our people that our people can make effort and work hard to see that the families can get something to eat and to help them in the families.
Other leaders have tasked the president on the poverty alleviation and fighting corruption.
In the last 5 years, we have not heard of any terrorist attack. The borders are safe. Our children are safe. The women are safe, apart from a few isolated criminal elements here and there. The biggest battle he has now is the battle against corruption.
So I believe that me and my fellow Wazukulus, the new leaders, and those ones trickling down to the local government all the way to the LC1 chairpersons, we have a fundamental duty that we should be vigilant. We should not misuse the resources. And he has warned us who have come in the new structure that once we mess around with the resources of the Wazukulu and of the future of Uganda.
The other time it was Kisanja Akuna Mchezo, meaning the term of no jokes. This time around it is Kisanja no more sleep. Whether these slogans work or not, 2031 will be able to tell. Philip Aguta for UBC News in Kololo.
Thanks, Philip, for that story. There will remain at Kololo momentarily, where His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has unveiled his new tenure of office, branding it as term of no sleeping and corruption, emphasizing fast-tracking wealth creation, innovation, education, development and stability. Now, these have been highlighted during his 7th inauguration as President of Uganda at a colorful event attended by 10 heads of state and former presidents across Africa.
Dignitaries, both internal and external, have graced the 7th inauguration ceremony of Uganda's President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. From Uganda, Her Excellency the Vice President, retired Major Jessica Alupo, Prime Minister Robin Anabanja, members of Cabinet and former leaders attended the Kololo event.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the foreign delegation included those of heads of states and delegations, special envoys, ministers, political representatives, and business community. Visiting heads of state included the President of South Sudan, His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit, His Excellency Sheikh Hassan Mohamud of Somalia, His Excellency Samia Suluhu of Tanzania, Taye Atske Salesi of Ethiopia, His Excellency Brahim Gali of Sahrawi, His Excellency Felix Tshisekedi of DRC, His Excellency Evariste Ndayishimiye of Burundi, His Excellency Faure Izomizana Gezkibi of Togo, His Excellency Daniel Chapo of Mozambique, and His Excellency Brice Oligui Nguema of Gabon. Other dignitaries included former presidents of Kenya Uhuru Kenyatta, former president of Nigeria Olusegun Obasanjo, Donald Trump's representative, former prime minister of Ethiopia Haile Mariam Desalegn, and former president of Tanzania Jakaya Kikwete. His Excellency the President of Uganda Yoweri Kaguta Museveni arrived at Kololo ceremonial grounds in Kampala at exactly 11 a.m. of Tuesday 12th May 2026, ready to rewrite Uganda's history. Uganda's Vice President, retired Jessica Alupo, was the masters of ceremony.
take the singular honor to congratulate Your Excellency.
And thereafter, Uganda's 8th President, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Wahaburwa, was requested to step forward to take an allegiance oath.
The lowering of the national flag we have just witnessed signifies that the said office is vacant as we talk now.
At 11:50 a.m. of Tuesday 12th May 2026, the voice of the new president was heard by everyone. Shortly after his inauguration, Vice President carried a congratulatory message on behalf of Uganda, inviting the president to address the nation.
So on this occasion, I want to thank the people of Tanzania, because we are here celebrating how Uganda is developing now, how UPDF is strong and so on. But the one who gave us the foundation was Mwalimu Kambarage Nyerere. And I'm glad Our Excellency Samia is here, and I'm telling you in her presence, I'm telling you people, so never forget Tanzania.
Museveni commented on Mozambique and Kenya's contribution towards Uganda's stability and development.
Mozambique working with Mwalimu, are the ones who helped us to build this force which you see here. Then there is the Vice President of Kenya. When Ugandans were running away, many of them would run to Kenya. So those countries in particular, I want you to know how they helped us.
The address, first of its kind in his new term of office, acknowledges the journey of the previous elections.
Especially congratulate our party, the NRM, for winning all those elections with big majorities. Abana Uganda, mwebale kuwagira NRM. I also congratulate the other parties, such as the DP, the UPC, ETC, that participated in the elections without using violence, and like the party of NUP and some few elements of FDC that were using violence.
Museveni has branded the new tenure, terming it as Kisanja, no sleeping and no corruption.
Should be regarded as Kisanja of no more sleep for all Ugandans. Kino Kisanja twetwetaga abantu okwebaka.
In the new term of office, President Museveni has pledged to step barefoot at wealth creation pads.
2 words, wealth, obugagga.
For products generated under wealth creation, Museveni looks at a united East Africa and Africa as opportunities of their markets.
You cannot talk of development without market. We must unite East Africa, unite Africa, so that we have a market that can absorb the products that we produce.
Although it is the 7th time Mr. Museveni is being handed the instruments of governance to others, including himself, is the beginning of a new journey.
We are now entering Kisanja, no more sleep. And we are entering Kisanja, no more corruption.
African Union Chairperson, also Burundi's President, His Excellency Evariste Ndayishimiye, conveyed Africa's congratulatory message to Uganda.
Your election, Your Excellency President Museveni, stands as a powerful affirmation of the underlying peace, stability, and institutional continuity that Uganda has cultivated over the years. Your Excellency, at this occasion, I would like to pay special tribute to your invaluable contribution to the restoration and the consolidation of peace in Burundi.
It is now the beginning of the new dawn which has fallen at Kololo, and now the journey to the next destination has also begun. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Now, leaders at the level of the political formation have welcomed President Yoweri Museveni's message on the fight against corruption. The emphasis comes in the wake of increasing cases of graft in government institutions, including the legislature. Alien York Odria and Persis Namuganza Princess, both eyeing speakership of the 12th Parliament, are raiding on the fight against the vice in order to restore sanity in the House. Henry Okorot reports.
And the President has said this time is no more sleep, and we are very ready to work with the President as the 12th Parliament.
As parliamentarians, we are ready to support the President in that cause of fighting corruption, but he must lead us from the front. Once he leads us from the front, we have no option other than following him.
His Excellency the President.
From being President-elect after successful election victory, President Yoweri Museveni has been sworn in for the 7th term in office.
I
an oath that comes with responsibility.
Swear in the name of the Almighty God,
including the fight against corruption.
so help me God. We are now entering Kisanja, no more sleep. And we are entering Kisanja, no more corruption.
This is the message leaders present have carried in affirmative.
It's no longer called corruption, it's broad day robbery. People are looting this country in broad daylight. So I would support any idea that can smoke out these robbers. I don't call them corrupt people, these are robbers.
The iron sheets of Karamoja, that loot was carried by so many people. I know the ringleader has been sent to prison, but I also want those ones who participated should also be brought to the book, should face justice.
If he has managed to keep peace and security for 40 years, I believe His Excellency the President, now that he has talked about corruption and waking up all Ugandans to be awake to that, we are going to do that because collectively we can do so much.
But how can the fight against graft be possible in Uganda? Leaders are optimistic.
There's nothing that cannot take place if the president wants it to take place. If the president is willing to fight broad day robbery, trust me, it can happen.
As an icon and a fighter against corruption, I am 100% sure come next week, once elected Speaker of Parliament of the 12th Parliament, I will keep by my words of the fight against corruption.
And I think the issue of corruption is something that the President has been talking about for a long time, and it reminds all of us because corruption is a two-way, the receiver and the giver.
I am sure to all Ugandans that if we go down and mobilize and sensitize our farmers, our members, our communities, the corruption will stop.
He has promised that the cadres under his leadership must take on corruption head on. It is a winnable race. All we need to do is to all join hands and shoot in one direction.
That way, the country's vision of attaining a $500 billion economy will be achieved.
Let us begin by working hard. Smart agriculture. The next 5 years, let us all embrace smart agriculture.
We intend to build more industrial parks. We intend to create more jobs. We intend to make sure that more Paris Development Model funds are given to everyone who had not received. And even those who receive will be able to thrive more.
Of his messages and the teaching he has been giving us for the last 40 years. We pray that God gives him long life and he continues to keep our country united and strong.
So I am so happy and proud and very confident that this coming term of service is going to be yet another great term and without really a lot of joke this time round.
Emphasis on value addition is fronted towards attaining Uganda's economic dream.
The fisheries sector, we have an kill where we smoke fish, we sun-dry fish, and it takes even a year before it can get bad. So we are looking forward in making sure that in the level of aquaculture, we dry fish, we smoke fish, and pack it well and export.
I have seen so many investors. It means they are interested in the President's message of having more factories here, and Ugandans get more jobs instead of us exporting raw materials. In the past, yes, they used to come, but now you hear investors in the corner saying what opportunity, minerals, what, they're engaging us. So that means that they have heard and listened to the call of Muzei. They are willing to put more factories here, to process our raw materials from here.
As outlined on very pertinent issues of people joining the money economy.
From $50 billion now, where it stands, to $500 billion by 2040. We, as members of Parliament, our obligation is to ensure that we work with His Excellency the President and participate in growing our societies.
And therefore,
Ugandans out there must get ready to engage government so that the government can be able to translate the support which we got through votes. That support should translate into better services.
What now remains is the practice of what has been said. Henry Okrut, UBC.
The security agencies maintained heavy deployment across Kampala and surrounding areas as Ugandans witnessed the swearing-in ceremony of President Yoweri Museveni for his 7th term in office. Both covert and overt security personnel conducted continuous patrols along major roads and strategic points in the city, while traffic officers guided motorists and pedestrians during the event.
Ugandans have witnessed the swearing-in ceremony of President Yoweri Museveni to officially commence another 5-year leadership term.
Yoweri Tugabura Kaguta Museveni swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Uganda, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. So help me God.
From the early morning hours, security presence remained high across Kampala city centre, with the patrol vehicles, foot patrol teams, and joint security units deployed at different intersections, road junctions, and strategic installations. Traffic flow on several roads leading to Kolo Independence Ceremonial Grounds were also monitored, with the special cut-off points and intermittent diversions established to control access to the venue. Traffic police officers supported by other security agencies guided motorists on road use throughout the day. Pedestrians and business operators within Kampala's central business district seemed cooperative as security personnel carried out routine checks and surveillance operations to prevent any security threat. However, in some parts of the city, due to the public holiday and restricted access roads, Kampala generally remained calm with a steady flow of people and traffic. Abdunasel Lubwama and Rogers Komagom for UBC.
The chairman of M7 or 7 Supporters Association, Jan Mugumisiriza, led enthusiastic supporters and border riders to the Kololo Independence Ceremonial Grounds to show solidarity and support for President Yoweri Museveni's leadership. Take a watch.
Today is the final day. We are going to Kololo to celebrate.
Border riders have always been in the limelight in President Yoweri Museveni's campaign mobilization activities, often leading processions, mobilizing communities and rallying support for the NRM. They have joined the excitement and celebration at the Kololo ceremonial ground.
Whoever knows that he stole Muzee's money that was meant to benefit borders will have to pay. Those who did not get, we are continuing to lobby since Muzei is still in charge.
The border riders were in organized convoys waving national flags, sounding horns and chanting messages of support for President Museveni. At the venue, the atmosphere was filled with music, dance and cheers as supporters seemed excited. Many described the gathering as a demonstration of unity, patriotism and support for progress.
We want to bridge all gaps. We don't want to leave any stone unturned. Today we have prayed. If it is to rain tomorrow, let it rain for peace. If it is to shine, let it shine. Let the sun rise for peace and love. Because as you are aware, the president is for peace.
The head of security in Kampala says the public was cooperative during the celebrations.
Champion ow'eggwanga eyakolaki eyawangula era sebo tukongratulatinga ate ne yatukwebaza okubeera nga watuweereza double G generational general CDF waffe. CDF ayongedde discipline mu magye tutandise okubeera tulina protocol ennungi ennyo n'okubeera nti embeera zonna zikolaki zirabika bulungi ennyo.
Kampala City and the rest of the country was excited to celebrate as they gathered to witness the swearing-in ceremony of President Yoweri Museveni. It follows his victory in the January 15, 2026 presidential elections, where he gained 71.6% of the total vote.
From the early hours of the day, Kampala streets were dominated by celebrations characterized by music, brass bands chanting supporters, and convoys heading to Kololo to witness President Museveni take the oath of office for the 7th term. The Kololo Independence Ceremonial Grounds ceremony attracted a huge crowd, including several international guests and African leaders. Many supporters were excited over the inauguration, saying they were hopeful that the new term would bring improved service delivery and development. Kakuto constituency MP-elect Kaka Ismail Lubega Uthman said Ugandans now expect government programs and the Inner Manifesto to be fully implemented.
Obulamu bwawadde President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ne vision ye essanyu lyensinza okufuna nti bannayuganda batandise okutegeera vision ya President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni era nkakasa nti Uganda tugenda kutambula bulungi nnyo olw'ensonga nti essanyu lye bamulaze okwagala kwe bamulaga nga tunoonya akalulu ndabira ddala nga Uganda egenda kutambula ku speed ya kika kya waggulu.
He noted that after the celebrations, government should now focus on delivering services to citizens.
Tukaka tajja kulayira enkya ssaawa 8 ngenda kukuba ekiragiro kyawe kati awo tutandika okulembera abannakakuuto bannayuganda tutwale eggwanga lyaffe maaso. Tugenda kwongera amaanyi era mu programu za gavumenti nga bwe zize zitambula. Kati PDM luli ebadde y'abantu bakulu naye pulezidenti yatugamba nti 30% egenda kudda mu bavubuka. Obuzibu obusinga okubeerawo bubadde mu bavubuka. Nze mu kakuuto ngenda kukwatagana n'abaana buli afuna ssente za parish model nange ngenda afunayo ka portion ke muteekako. Ate supervising a project gyagenda okuba ng'akola ki ng'akola.
Religious leaders led by Bishop Julius Kincha congratulated President Museveni upon his swearing in and called for unity, peace and continued national development.
Protect him. God give him stability, strength, and I congratulate him for this victory that God have concluded today. And I know Uganda can make better than all the 40 years ago. So we pray that the first thing we should lead us is unity and love. And I want to congratulate all the Ugandans and all the East African community regions and all the African and all the people who are watching us in the world that this day was a victory that God have himself signed upon us.
The Uganda Tax Operators Federation, UTOF, led by Rashid Sachindi, also joined the celebrations. The operators marched from the old taxi park in a procession accompanied by music and bands heading to Kololo Independence Ceremonial Grounds. They praised President Museveni for defending and supporting ordinary Ugandans and the transport sector. The traders moved through different streets of Kampala in a jubilant procession led by brass bands heading to Kololo for the main ceremony. Jethro, Kasaiji, Jamil, Sekaja, UBC News.
And as Uganda enters another 5-year political chapter under President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, voices from downtown Kampala and different parts of the country are weighing in on what they expect from the president's 7th term in office. Take a watch.
Others are demanding a tougher stance against corruption, urging that billions of shillings continue to be lost through misuse of public resources, affecting healthcare, education, and service delivery. In the health sector, citizens are calling for better equipment, government hospitals, improved access to medicines, and increased staffing in rural health centers.
So let him say try to fight corruption. Police are really corrupt. And another issue, let him help the elderly people, and most especially in the rural areas. So those people are suffering, they're struggling, there is no way of surviving, no money, no food. Medical bills are really increasing, of which that is the cause of no medicine in the hospitals.
Education remains another major concern, with calls for improved school infrastructure, better teacher welfare, and increased funding to government schools. Meanwhile, sections of the youth believe that the president should use the new term to reorganize his cabinet and create more opportunity for the young people through employment, innovation, and entrepreneurship support program. Despite the mixed reactions, many agree that the expectations are high as Ugandans look toward a term they hope will address a long-standing challenges affecting everyday life. Ngabo Amon, reporting for UBC TV.
Now, the National Resistance Movement supporters and other citizens have gathered at different places to watch the televised inauguration of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. In some parts of the country, NRM supporters marched in trading centers while border cyclists celebrated in style as President Yoweri Museveni was being sworn in at Kololo Independence Ceremonial Grounds. Ivan Kahwa reports.
Continue. Younger Ugandans who drop out of schools when they have not yet finished, such that they can get what to do. Again, increasing the money that have been given to PDM beneficiaries, those who got 1 million and used it very well, should be added more money to ensure that they continue with their small businesses and grow big.
I think this term from Satan, let's embrace it and use it for our own good, other than talking without being strategic to know what we need from that regime. So for us, as a people of Rwenzori, we need peace from that regime. We are going to work with it to ensure there is peace and development in this regime.
Ezo zonna singa yali manifesto yaffe ng'abantu bannayite twalibikoze. Oweekitiibwa pulezidenti alayidde naye ng'era ffe abakulembeze abayiseemu muganda waffe Kizito Abbas tuwoza opposition naye talina manifesto ye agenda kukozeseyo yennyini y'oweekitiibwa pulezidenti. Ffe nga bakansala abalonde tugenda kukwatagana naye tumuwabule atuwabule tugoberere manifesto y'oweekitiibwa pulezidenti tukolere abantu baffe abaatulonda.
Ndi basanyufu okuba pulezidenti waffe ow'ekitiibwa Kaguta Museveni amaze okulayira era tuli basanyufu nnyo abantu badde bulijjo bagamba tagenda kulayira era bagenda mulemesa okulayira naye tuli basanyufu kubanga amaze okulayira essaawa ya leero
emyoga waliyo ezawaliko obulemu waliyo ne pansimodo ennaku zino atambula nsaba tumwebaze era nga tumukwirako mu ngalo
katonda kubanga olunaku mulindwa lwatuuse pulezidenti asobodde okulayira era naffe wano nga bayinaaleemu ekanoni wennyini ate kyamani wawo tuli mukusanyuka naye nga wadde pulezidenti olayira naye waliwo ebinyigiriza abantu abakuwa akalulu waliwo enkola embi era nakuwandikira ne mutegeeza eyakolebwa wano ey'okusengula abantu ku kkubo ng'ate gwe wennyini guwa tugamba nti omaze okutuwa oluguudo luno naye oyagala abantu babeereko balembeke.
News Tonight takes a short break, but we'll be returning with much more. Do stay with us.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, enendungu yakusabula. Mikono juu, free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution, or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone, or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206 400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
Common 50 series. Perfect snap, any zoom. Enjoy 9 GB free MTN data valid for 3 months. Available in any Techno or MTN outlet near you. MTN is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Welcome back from that break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. Let's look now at the latest in business. Fuelsto, a strategic energy and logistics infrastructure company owned by Salam Group, has officially broken ground on a $160 million multi-product terminal in Damerjog, Djibouti, in a major move aimed at strengthening East Africa's energy supply chain and boosting regional trade connectivity. Fuelsto General Manager Hussein Ahmed Homed described the project as a landmark investment that will transform the region's energy. Uganda is standing at a defining moment where the conversation is no longer just about growth, but about transformation. With millions of young people entering the job market every year, the pressure to create opportunities is mounting. And now, government says the answer lies in one word: industrialization. Under the leadership of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the National Resistance Movement is placing factories, value addition and export-driven growth at the center of its next 5-year agenda.
Campaigns were conducted.
We are now producing 15,000 tons of rice.
Voters were engaged. Manifestos were presented. Elections were held and winners were announced. At presidential level, NRM's Yoweri Museveni emerged victorious.
I want to take this opportunity to congratulate our father, the revolutionary leader, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
What now remains is turning promises into practical work, a reason why industrial push is at the helm. From the noise of machines inside industrial parks to the quiet determination of farmers in rural Uganda, the message has shifted. From just production to now processing, packaging, and profiteering, it is a growing belief within government that Uganda is on the edge of something bigger, a takeoff into modern industrial economy. State Minister for Investment and Privatization, Evelyn Anite, speaks with unusual clarity about what must happen next.
Uganda is poised to take off. By that I mean that Uganda is positioned to take off to modernity. Now it is rich middle income status. So we have to now position ourselves to take off to rich middle income status and surpass middle income status and reach modernity.
But take off, she says, won't happen by chance. It must be built starting with power. For years, manufacturers have struggled with high electricity costs, eating into profits and slowing expansion.
We are generating electricity for generations. We have to make sure that it is not suffering outages, that it is sufficient, enough, and sold at a very affordable rate. That first of all, our president has come up with a policy that every manufacturer, large, small, medium, is given electricity at a rate of a maximum or a minimum of 5 cents per megawatts.
Then comes the question of markets, because production Without access is opportunity lost. With projects like the Standard Gauge Railway and the Continental Trade Frameworks, Uganda is looking beyond its borders, thus positioning itself as a regional supplier, not just a local producer.
We are not talking about a market of only 45 million people of Uganda. We're talking about the 300 million people of the East African region. How can we get our goods and services to the marketplace? How can we get it beyond the marketplace of 300 million people to the marketplace of 1.4 billion people in the African Free Continental Trade Area? That should be easy. Goods and services should be able to move from Uganda to the African Free Continental Trade Area without any bottlenecks.
But even with power and markets, one challenge remains stubborn: money. For many investors, the cost of borrowing is still too high to take risks. Lower interest rates could mean more factories, more expansion, and ultimately more jobs.
Agricultural credit facility is at 12%, and UDB, money for manufacturing, is at 12%. Can we bring that to at least 5%? How can we do that? How can it be possible that money is available for our people at an interest rate of 1%?
And jobs are at the heart of it all. With nearly 8 in 10 Ugandans under the age of 35, the traditional job market simply cannot absorb everyone. So, what is the solution?
That's why government is giving tax incentives, like giving plant and machinery to be imported in the country for manufacturers, free of charge.
It is a simple but powerful shift. A bag of maize sold raw earns little. The same maize processed into flour, packaged and branded, earns significantly more. Multiply that across coffee, fruits, minerals, and you begin to see the scale of what is possible.
Because a kilo without value addition is going to fetch you 400 shillings. But a kilo of the maize flour is going to fetch you 4,000 shillings. So you can clearly see that you're losing money if you're selling the maize, the corn, than when you're selling the maize flour. And yet doing the maize flour is very, very simple.
From electricity to transport, from financing to value addition, Uganda's industrial story is being written in real time. It is a story of ambition, but also execution, policy, but more importantly, of the people.
You have to learn to do the value addition. And if each and every one of us decides to do some value addition in everything that we're doing, I can assure you we'll make more money as opposed to just dishing out our money out in selling raw materials.
If these plans take shape, industrialization could become the bridge between Uganda's potential and its prosperity. A future where jobs are created not by chance, but designed for the next 5 years and beyond. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Thanks, Henry, for that story there. Now, in a bid to promote local tourism and strengthen teamwork among staff, the principal YMCA Ginger, Lambert Okule, has led annual educational excursions to Karuma Falls and surrounding areas in northern Uganda, where they explored the rich history and cultural heritage linked to the region. Staff members also learnt about the ancestral origins of Jomo Kenyatta, adding a historical dimension to the trip. Principal Lambert Okule emphasized domestic tourism in appreciating Uganda's beauty, preserving heritage and building stronger working relationships.
We need to, if possible, draw some combined itinerary so that as you've just come, you saw that place. You should be able to see that place, and then you come here also.
Tourism circuit.
Yeah. So we need support so that we develop this place. So that when you come like this, you feel a little bit more comfortable.
Sir Tito Win, that is the son of Kama Kabalega, because the father died away after exile in Seychelles Island. So he died actually on his way back from the hills in Jinja. But before he died, he had left a will behind.
It helps to create job, hotels, as well as becoming business in making people to visit, tour guides within our country. We are blessed that we have all these historic places. We have all the facilities that makes us very active. That will make us very active in internal tourism in addition to the external ones. So the staff, when they came back, I think they are very happy. Some of them actually, many intended to sleep in Lira, because after Karuma we had to go, after Yam we had to go through Lira, Soroti, all those other districts. But I told them next time will be better.
And that story brings us to the end of this first edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV. Thank you so much for having kept us company. I am Edward Kiijanangoma, wishing you a blessed night. For those of you who can catch us again, we have our final bulletin of the day coming your way at 10 p.m. where we have so many other stories that are lined up for you. Bye for now.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
The Commissioner General of Prisons